Hey, slashers, scream queens, and welcome back to the Horror Daddies Podcast.
A podcast where we talk about horror movies.
And the kids in them.
And we have a special guest. You know, Carlos was feeling a little sick, so we got his twin sister.
Yeah, you sure do. My name is Tiffany Valentine Ray. Tiffany Ray Valentine.
And you kind of look good, too.
Thank you.
I think you might have to replace Carlos. I'm not going to lie.
You think I can compete with, like, Jennifer? Oh, so, I didn't have the mic to my... You think I can compete with Jennifer?
Which one? Megan Fox?
Jennifer Tilly.
Honestly, I think there's no competition, baby. I think you're special, girl.
Shit.
You're serving face card, body tea.
Okay.
And I know that I'm not even talking about a 10 out of 10 pussy, girl. Oh, my God.
Let me close my legs. For those of you watching, I'm wearing a whole tutu. I'm dressed as Tiffany Valentine.
What do you mean dressing?
Oh, I am Tiffany Valentine.
Yeah. I mean, we only get the best guests in this show.
I try the voice. It doesn't come out.
That's okay, you know. I saw you were smoking outside, so, you know,
Yeah.
that causes some damage to the trachea.
Chucky. Damn, sorry, Jennifer.
You still have the voice of an angel, I would say that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
But talking about all that, what movie did we watch today?
Oh, girl, we watched one of the best Chucky movies. We watched Seed of Chucky, celebrating its 20th anniversary.
Oh, it's 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It can almost drink.
That's true.
Almost. One more year, next year.
That means that they can almost drink,
That's true.
even though they were a little older.
They're a little older. I think in the show, they kind of were like...
They were like
good.
16,
Were they
18?
16?
16, 18,
Oh,
something
damn.
like that.
They look older?
Yeah. But they were
okay.
still in school.
Oh, that's true. You're right. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, Seed of Chucky, directed by Don Mancini himself and written by Don Mancini himself. Thank you. It was actually his directorial debut.
This is the movie?
Yeah. So
Wow.
what happened is that after the success of Bride, I forgot the producer's name, which I'm blanking on his name right now.
The producer was David Kirshner.
Yes. He actually, like, since Don helped a lot during Bride and stuff,
Yeah.
and he's been with the franchise
He's
since
from
then.
the beginning.
They're like, I think you can do this. You know, like,
Okay.
I think you got this. So
Give him a shot.
Yeah, he was really excited, and they actually had the script ready after Bride of Chucky. Like, this was like greenlit. Like, hey,
Wow.
make the next one. It was probably gonna come out right the next year or 2 years ago, but what happened was
Oh, here's the tea.
Columbine happened.
I feel like 9/11 and Columbine fucked everything up.
Yeah, so since that happened, the movie got kind of like, pushed back and stuff. And so what happened was, since Ronnie Yu, who directed Bride of Chucky, he also directed Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh, I
Come on,
knew that
John.
name sounded familiar.
Keep it up. Yep.
The one that Jason died by water.
And Freddy by Fire. How can
Ah,
we use that?
that should be a soundbite.
So Don Mancini was like, hey, Jennifer, let's go to the premiere of Freddy vs. Jason. Let's just show our faces because, promotion.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. Freddy vs. Jason was successful. It made a lot of money. So then
That's true.
the studio was like,
Fuck it.
let's go.
Oh,
See the
I
Chucky.
see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I know. Well,
I know this movie did not
it did not do well. No.
which sucks because it's like, as a first-time directorial debut, that must hurt. Like, that's like tough on you. But I'm surprised he's still with it. You know,
he's still proud of the movie.
That's good.
He
He should be. I think this movie aged better than like
it has
its things, but
but it's
tonality and everything is what makes Chucky now.
Also, it's like experimenting with something that we didn't know of
That's true.
20 years ago, or we weren't. Well, at least I didn't. But he's proud of it. He still does say he gets hate on his DMs, calling him the F word in this movie. And but he says fuck them all. You know what I'm saying?
Do I look like I give a fuck? Because I don't.
Exactly.
Thank you, New York.
I think he made another iconic doll. I will say that myself.
Yeah, and I mean, iconic enough to bring them back for the show.
Yeah. Oh, people wanted them. The studio didn't want them back.
That's fucking crazy.
Because,
I mean, I can't. They're probably like,
because it failed, and then when they made Curse was almost a remake, but he's now.
Yeah, he was like,
because Curse came out right after all the
all the bullshit.
But Seed of Chucky was made with a budget of $12 million and only made $24 million. I will say I contributed.
You did.
Yes.
You went on theaters to watch this?
A funny story. I was only 10 years old. So what happened
Opening
was,
scene has some titties.
Yeah. So what happened was, actually, first I want to say that I love this movie, as you guys can see.
Yeah, of course. I
And
think if you've been watching from the beginning of this podcast,
well,
we've mentioned it multiple times.
They're on. I mean, they're here. So
we also make episode of the show.
What?
We've made episodes of the show.
Oh, that's true.
So
okay, yeah. So anytime I get to talk about this movie, I will take the chance and do it.
Mm-hmm.
I have before. So after this episode, if y'all want to go check out my friends from California, Scared Gay, I did have a podcast episode with them talking about Cedar Chucky. If y'all want to have like 3 hours of Cedar Chucky, go ahead.
That's true, a marathon.
And shout out to them, miss you boys. So, my mom on a school night.
That's how it all starts. My mom
decided that I guess she wanted to go see this movie. I don't think the plan was like, hey, y'all, we're gonna go see this for you. This was more like, I want to go see this movie.
I want to watch it. You just happen to be here
because you guys can't take care of yourselves.
That's true.
I was 10. My sister was maybe 7, and she said, "We're going."
Honestly,
and I remember
kind of responsible
to take us to a rated R movie. Yeah, sure.
Rather than be by yourselves.
Okay, well, I was kind of like, I remember being like, oh fuck, why? Because I was fucking afraid of Chucky.
I used to be. This is the movie that I remember seeing it on the TV and be terrified.
Yeah.
This one, I was terrified of Gigi.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I was very upset because I was like, why would she do this to me?
Yeah.
Because she would say things like, if you misbehave, I'm gonna get you a Chucky doll. So my ass was like, hell no, you not. She takes me to see this, and I'm sitting there watching it. The first opening scene is very scary. But this one here, when they show their true colors, not their true colors, or half colors, I guess. I was like, "Aw,
they're sweet.
I like them."
Yeah,
Chucky. I was like, oh, "Okay."
Chucky. Yeah, as a kid, like the scars and everything made him look so scary. Now I'm like,
But I think the
original design looks scary as fuck.
Right, but I think this movie helped me lose some of that fear for him.
Yeah.
Because I remember when the next one came out, I was like super excited. I couldn't wait. It was like this big deal, and it did really well too. And I think that's because of this movie and my mom taking me to see it.
Well, yeah, I mean, this movie, like, I feel like Chucky got stagnant after like 3, and then Bride. It's weird because Bride did really well, and it's such a great film.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just decided like, let's just go. Even though Bride was more in the comedic aspect, this one they just delved in completely, and I think they really built everyone's personality even more.
Yeah, I think he wanted a family drama from what he said.
Yeah.
Compared to the first one, which was like he a romance movie to him, and honestly, I feel like the Chucky franchise, you can kind of pick your own adventure, even though it's one continuous timeline. But you can kind of be like, well, I want to watch the Andy trilogy, so you'll watch the first 3.
Yeah.
But then if you want the Tiffany sequels, then you just watch these 2, and then the other 2 are like their own separate things. The Nika sequels, pretty much. Yeah. So you can kind of go on your own adventure if you want to not watch all of them, but at the same time, they're all continuous. And that's what I love about this franchise, that
everything's canon.
No matter what fails, will still continue.
They could have easily just erased Gigi from existence and just that never happened. They could have just written it some way that just never happened.
Yeah.
And it all works out. Like with the show, like they just add everything, and everything's just part of the story.
And it makes sense.
And yeah, they really don't have to even do that many leaps of logics to like make it work. And I think it works great. I think Chucky right now is so popular, and I know the show got canceled, but I hope that it gets picked up.
It hasn't been confirmed. Has it been confirmed?
Yeah, it got canceled. It's not renewed. Yeah, fuck them, bro.
We're getting a movie. I know for sure.
I hope, or not Peacock or something. Pick it up. I think it'll do really well.
Me too.
Because why the fuck sci-fi? Like,
well, it was Sci-Fi in USA. Like, it was on Peacock.
But I hope like it wasn't like owned by Peacock.
Yeah.
And that would be cool.
Yeah.
So I think I know this one's not everyone's cup of tea. Like, I can kind of understand it because it is so different.
I can too.
But like at the same time, it's like at least it's trying something new. Like it's not like we're in the 5th entry, and the past 3 weeks, We've done 5. The 2 weeks. We've done the 5th film of 2 of the most famous slashers.
Yeah.
And they're both fucking terrible.
Yeah, once you get to the 5th one, it's kind of like a little down. If I'm gonna probably say it. I'm trying to think of like the 5th one, the 5ths that I've seen, not counting remake as a 5th, because I know that technically the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the 5th one, is the remake. But as a timeline,
yeah,
this might be the best 5th for me.
Too. I think you're right.
And second place might be the Jason one, because that one's kind of fun.
Which one?
The damn enchiladas.
Oh, damn enchiladas.
And it's not the real Jason. It's the fake Jason.
The fake Jason, which that one's a little fun too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like.
But when it came to Nightmare and Halloween, it's kind of like, and even Saw.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a diehard of that series. But.
Well, actually, Hellraiser, I think that's the one where Henry Cavill. Not good either.
But Henry Cavill's in it.
But Henry Cavill's in it getting a BJ, and I'm like,
yeah, that's
that could be me.
You're just like your brother. That's crazy.
You suck his cock.
I have been lying to you this whole time. I'm not really Jonathan.
Oh no,
I'm Jonathan.
Oh, I love Jonathan.
I'm made in Puerto Rico. So it happens to be that I am Puerto Rican. I don't know if you guys can't see that, but it says Puerto Rico. No, don't touch it.
Okay. Since we're on that topic,
yeah,
I know that. Where does Glenn get the made in Japan? So I have a few theories about this movie.
Yeah, because while we were watching this, Glenn has a made in Japan, and
they can speak Japanese.
And then Chucky has one.
Mm-hmm.
But as you mentioned,
Chucky was technically made in Chicago.
Or
Jersey, yeah.
or one of those. It wasn't in Japan at least.
I think he's originally from Jersey, but I think the first 2 movies take place in Chicago.
Yeah.
Because he's the Lakeshore Strangler. Here's the thing.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
There's a few jokes in this movie. I know people don't really... a lot of people don't really like the look of Tiffany in this movie, the doll.
Wasn't it Jersey? No, it's Jersey. Because it's in the show in Jersey?
Where his origin story was taking place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now I'm getting confused.
I'm getting confused, too. That's okay. I don't want to fuck you over.
No, it's fine.
You're good.
So
if y'all someone out there getting mad, chill. Just fucking calm down.
It's one of the 2. Or maybe it was filmed in Chicago.
I think it's in Jersey, because I'm pretty sure in the show they mentioned like a local serial killer, and it's in Jersey.
Oh, you know what? You might be right. And I think it was filmed originally.
Wait, say that again?
Filmed in Chicago.
Say that again.
You weren't right.
Baby. ChatGPT.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Damn. Rude.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, ChatGPT, where does the Chucky movies take place?
The Chucky movies, also known as the Child's Play series, primarily take place in Chicago. The first film starts in Chicago, and while the locations vary throughout the series, the Windy City remains a significant backdrop, especially in the earlier movies. The creepy doll sure gets around.
Wow. All right, I apologize.
Thank you. So
I know my mistake. I had a severe lapse of judgment.
Yeah, he's from Chicago. He's from Jersey, but
okay, so he is from Jersey. So I wonder, does the show take place in Chicago? Fuck it, we're not into it.
Yeah, no.
sorry.
So, because this is Hollywood, but it was filmed in Romania. We're not even in. It's fake Hollywood. So, okay, here are the few theories that come about throughout. At least the Glenn. Let's talk about the Glenn one with the hand. So here's the thing. I think these 2 dolls are the same dolls from the crime scene in part 4.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened is that we don't get that scene like we get in Child's Play 2 where they get a makeover. Which is why Tiffany looks super different, because she was charged, so they probably had to make a new doll.
Gotcha. I mean, that's true.
That is my theory. Actually, the reason they do look different is because they didn't have any dolls from the previous movie. They had to start over.
Remake it. Yeah.
They tried to get the old dolls, but they didn't have any. They only had like sense. 2, and they didn't look good.
I see.
So the way they made these was by like literally watching the other movies on VHS and pausing them and trying to get the dolls right.
Yeah, they had like different frames probably.
Right.
Okay.
But I like to theorize because they make fun of it in the movie in a way, and people don't like her design that she was taken from the crime scene probably, and they kind of just remade this doll and they're reusing it for this movie.
I guess that makes sense though.
That, or they just made a new doll out of her.
Yeah.
Which is why she'll look completely different.
Well, they're in Hollywood, so they will probably mass produce it.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Glenn, the made from Japan, I think comes from when Tiffany made Chucky in 4.
Mm-hmm.
She was using body parts, and she probably used a body part from a doll that was actually made from Japan.
Oh.
giving it to Chucky. It's a part of his DNA since he becomes alive, giving it to passing his genes down to him. Or them.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
That's my theory
That's
of how it happened.
Dom Mancini, if you're watching.
Yeah, that's how I like to think of it.
I think that makes sense though. Like that's an interesting. That would be a pretty interesting
Yeah, because
detail.
Chucky's
that they
made out of
added.
different body parts of other dolls.
He is a little creature, Frankenstein.
Yeah,
Frankenstein's
at this
creature.
point, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty good. Oh, I think we got an answer.
Okay, so the Chucky TV series does take place in Hackensaw, New Jersey, but the movies take place.
I want
in
my
Chicago.
apology, bit. I'm just kidding. Okay, she was right.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, because they go to Hackensack.
Hackensack,
And then he's like, "Oh, I'm from here," and his tombstone is there.
But it's that he's obsessed with the
you know
story.
what? Also in Bride of Chucky, that's where they're traveling to, because that one's yeah.
Okay,
the
okay. Thank you
cemetery.
so much. I will
thank
say, for a resident Asian, is it offensive? The made in Japan.
It's 2004, guys.
Were you offended?
No,
All right, cool.
not Japanese.
That's true.
Yeah,
But you know,
I just like that
it's an input.
that they were made in Japan, and they have the culture already in their genes.
Yeah, I love that he's like super fluent in Japanese. It's like so crazy, and it's like,
But
how
speaks-
the fuck did he learn it?
But he's British because he was raised in He was raised there
yeah,
because the guy stole him and took him there, so he was raised
that's
there.
true.
Or they were raised there.
So that's so funny actually.
Mhm.
So does he speak Japanese with a British accent?
Yeah,
That's
I guess.
That's so funny.
Okay.
Oh, let me go.
Yeah, go with the cast. That's pretty.
So,
That's pretty.
let me
Oh,
go
let me
through
see
the
if there's
cast.
any fun taglines for the Slate of Chucky.
Ooh. So okay, of course we have the horror king himself, Brad Dourif as the voice of Chucky.
Oh, God,
We
I love
got
him.
Jennifer Tilly as Tiffany,
Mhm.
and also Jennifer Tilly. We have Billy Boyd as Glenn and Glenda.
Mhm.
We have Redman as Redman. Joanne Parrott as Joan.
Mhm.
John Waters as Peter Peters.
Mhm.
Ooh, Peter Peters. And that's basically everyone.
You got Stan.
Or
Because I have a
Stan.
story about
Oh,
Stan.
Steve West as Stan.
Yeah, Daddy. So that man, Daddy,
Mm-hmm.
Dom Mancini had told Jennifer, "Hey, I'm gonna get an attractive love interest for you," and she was like, "He got him," but she was like, "I wasn't attracted to him. He's not my type. He's more of Don Mancini's type," which I find really
That's
funny.
the driver, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see.
And then, do you know who he originally wanted to play Redman?
Don't tell me it's David Sawa.
No.
Okay.
Oh, I made him. Wish
He would
he
be
would.
like,
He would have still
been
looked.
like,
He still would have looked younger.
yeah, like Stan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Stan.
Yeah.
Damn. Do I know this actor?
Think of directors. Think of
Oh,
directors.
directors, like famous
Indie-
horror directors.
Indie directors.
Indie.
He's controversial kind of directors. Yep. We have a movie that we love that he's in.
Oh my god, that we love.
Yeah.
He's in it.
Yeah. He's helped. He helped write it. You love one of his movies actually.
Who the?
And he's a
fuck?
little controversial with the language he uses in his movies.
Quentin
Yup.
Tarantino. Oh, no fucking way.
Yeah.
I would totally see this.
Yeah, and
playing the same exact character as Redman.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I guess he hasn't even met him to this day. Apparently, they haven't met. Like
It's
Don
fine.
and him.
I don't
yeah.
think he's missing out.
Yeah, but they
He's
ended up
kind of an
getting Redman.
asshole.
But you know what? What I like about Redman is that this movie, in a way, it's a parody kind of meta movie,
Yeah.
and it brings me back to the whole Scream 3. Halloween H2O, where we have our Halloween Resurrection, and H2O, where we have LL Cool J and fucking
That's true.
uh
Yeah, we
what's
have
his name?
Busta
Rhymes, yeah,
Trick or treat,
motherfucker.
Dude, hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, so that's what it kind of just reminds me, like those tropes of like we got to get a rapper.
A
for
rap,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good. But I would have totally liked to see Quentin like, okay, Tiffany, I'll.
Wow.
Okay, put your feet on my face right now. Put it.
That would have been a scene. you know that would have woke up from the bed. They would have been 69 with the
Oh,
feet.
that'd be so
Mhm,
funny. He's
mhm.
just sucking on her toes.
Okay, well, all right. The taglines for Seed of Chucky.
It's
Time-
coming time.
well-
well,
Number 1. There's 5. Yeah, 5. Time to raise some hell.
okay.
Yep. Which doesn't make actually originally he didn't want Glenn and Glenda. Well, he didn't want Glenn to be evil. Like the whole time, Glenn was going to be the pacifist,
the middle one,
and that was going to be the conflict with Chucky because Chucky wants this kid to be like his son, masculine and a killer.
Yeah, like that's
Glenn
my
was
boy.
never going to be that.
Interesting.
That's what he wanted as the family dynamic.
I do like the aspect of like the duality of like just being evil or good. I think that's pretty good. I think I like that.
Deliver Us from Evil.
That's good. That's a good one.
Fear the Second Coming.
That's the one that's on Letterboxd.
Yeah. This November, Get a Load of Chucky.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
And then just Get a Load of Chucky.
Okay, that's a good one.
Which I think they had like the merch for this movie. There was condoms with like Seed of Chucky on it and stuff like that.
That must have been like if you were a Chucky fan, like in the early
2004.
2004, like in the early 2000s, you're probably like, what the fuck is with this merch?
I would have loved it. I would have been too young to own any of it.
And it's like I understand like being like this is so different. Like what is happening with this movie? So I kind of understand it as a fan, but you can't be that fucking upset.
No.
I think it's a really funny movie.
And you know what's crazy? This movie was one of those last movies that came out on VHS. And they're super expensive.
Yeah, because it's like one of the last
It's
ones.
one of the last.
Yeah, that sucks.
But if you want one, hit up Brainbuster Studio. Or, yeah, Video. Sorry, Jesus. Brainbuster Videos.
He's going to kill us now because you fucked up the ad.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
It's just I have the word studio. This movie takes place in a fucking studio. I have that in my head.
Oh, that's not my fucking problem. Now I gotta live with your fuck ups.
And
God
sorry,
damn,
Zach.
bro.
Brainbuster Video. Seed of Chucky.
Don't kill us.
No, I think last time when I looked it up, the one of the VHS brand new was like $500.
Jesus.
Yeah, an original VHS, which I would have loved to own one. Anyways, oh yeah, look, there's one for $120. Anyway,
that's crazy.
I know, yeah. So, Seed of Chucky.
Actually,
oh, did we fight any demons?
Did we fight any demons?
I feel like I'm very hyped when I'm talking about.
No, that's okay. This is your movie, bitch.
This is my movie. That's why I look good. Did you fight any demons? I got a funny story. Because I don't want to talk about.
I understand.
Yeah, but we all know how this week has been.
Yeah, but this week has been just.
We lost Tony Todd.
We lost. Like, come on. Like, this week has already been horrible.
And then the country fucking turned red. I just.
It's bad. It's disappointing. The Tony Todd, that really hit me. I woke up and I went to go put a song on and I see on Twitter, boom. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, that shit shocked me. And he followed me.
I started tearing up.
Yeah.
I was like, no. They can't be leaving us now.
And then I put on Farewell to Flesh by Ice Nine Kills.
So good.
And I'm like, damn.
I put on the theme song for Candyman.
Rest in peace to the king. A great theme. That's crazy. So I do have a little funny story. I don't think it's a demon. I didn't find it. I mean, I fought demons, but I can't really say much here. So, you know.
Yeah.
And so I needed gas. I was driving to work and I needed gas, so I was like early. So I'm like, okay, let me go stop at some gas. And you know that Walmart by our job?
Yeah.
That has like the gas station across the street?
Yeah.
So,
I go there sometimes.
Yeah. So I went to that one and I got gas or whatever. I went to go leave and there's like a bunch of bushes, but like you can kind of tell like there's a turn and then you gotta go to that exit. I went into this turn and it was like a dead end. Like it was just like a weird thing where they have like a bunch of like I don't know, they got a bunch of shit and I just drove into it and I was just in this dead end and everyone was just around me and looking at me being a complete dumbass and just sitting there and watching me just sit there. And I just kind of like turned off my car and just sat there for a minute. Like I pretended that I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
And then I just turned it back on and left.
They can't see me in the car. I would have been like, yeah, I did it.
You see, I was so embarrassed. I was like, fuck, everyone's right here just staring at me. I felt super embarrassed. But that was me. That was just my little moment. I didn't have anything else really fight. Is he good?
Yeah, he just...
Did you fight any demons?
Okay, so the other day, I was going to go to sleep, and I turn off my TV. Okay. And then, like, 2 seconds later, it turns back on. I didn't think much of it. I was like, oh, fuck, I probably hit the button on accident, whatever. again, you know, because I put it on my nightstand, so maybe once I put it down, I kind of hit it. You know, those Apple TVs kind of sensitive. So I go and I turn it off again. Turns on again. Now I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, so the third, turn it off, put it back down, turn it on one more time. At that point, my body kind of froze.
Like, oh fuck!
I felt something, and I felt like if I would have looked to where the nightstand was, I was gonna see a little demon kid like
turning on and turning off the TV.
Yes,
oh,
like I had to I was like, should I turn? Should I not turn? Is there something here with me? I thought my TV was haunted.
Did you find out the answer?
No. After the third time, it just stopped doing it.
So when the fuck were you gonna tell me that your house was possessed?
Today. For the podcast.
I'm glad I wasn't here all weekend.
Well, shouldn't be possessed. But
has it happened again?
No. I don't know why I did it that day. I was very confused.
So this is my thinking.
Like, it was under and then in the middle. I don't fucking know.
You know what it probably was? You probably clicked it twice. Turned it off and then accidentally turned it back on and then threw the remote thinking you pressed it once, but you actually pressed it twice.
No, but this is you leave it pressed and I don't know. It did it 3 times. I got a little nervous the third time.
So if it happens again,
I'll let you know.
You'd better look at that corner. And if there's a little child, you're going to get on your knees and be like, come here, buddy. Give me a hug. Because that's what it needs. That's what the demon needs, love.
No, I'm
but you're over here like,
I'm walking like Cindy. Hello? But yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's pretty freaky though. I would have freaked me out.
But other than that, everything else that happened. But other than that,
yeah,
good.
Maybe if we do a Patreon.
No.
Damn.
Somebody's gonna be like, let's find out.
We'll use code names.
That's true.
That could be fun.
That's true. Patreon coming soon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might be. We'll see.
Yeah, we did a couple things this weekend too for YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for y'all to see it.
I think it would be really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just put it that way.
Mm-hmm. So, Seed of
so
Chucky.
I think it's time for the movie.
Yeah, so this is the first movie that I've ever seen open with cum on the screen.
I can't think of another one.
No,
that's not a porno.
But you know what? I think he finds it funny that it opens with cum and it's like you see just Jennifer Tilly as it getting low. It's like, I see what you're doing.
I see.
Which honestly, she was 46 years old at the time and she looks amazing.
She's so fucking beautiful.
And it's like still she looks incredible. It's like crazy.
It's like she's 20 years younger than what her age really is.
Maybe she's a vampire.
Maybe.
Or she's a werewolf because like werewolves age slower.
Oh.
So she probably like, because vampires, she wouldn't age. She's also in the sun a lot, so she would be glittery.
That's true.
So like,
and she doesn't have fangs.
No, so she's definitely, even though the Twilight vampires don't have fangs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, I see. Yeah. So then werewolf it is. She's aged slower.
Okay. I like that. And yeah, we kind of get, as the credits are going, we kind of get the birth of this beautiful baby.
Beautiful.
She's so fucking beautiful.
My child like that.
I'm just saying the very first line of this movie is, "It's the ugliest thing I've ever seen."
And I would have came to line and be like, "Bitch, look at yourself."
I mean, your hair kind of matches hers.
It does, right?
It's a little Spirit Halloween.
The aesthetic, yes, it's very synthetic. I will say I do like the score to this movie.
The squirt?
The score.
Oh, the score. I'm like, what?
The score.
Yeah, the score. I think
it's very ominous and
yeah,
I kind of like
a little mysterious.
Yeah.
But it's still playful.
Yeah. Also, I love when the birth happens, you see it open.
Oh, yeah, you do see it open.
You see the slit open.
I just can't imagine people going like, yeah, I want to see Chucky killing and then watching this opening.
I was there.
Just be like, what in the fuck?
10 years old.
But you weren't like, like an adult in that series. Like,
I knew what was happening.
But you weren't like the Chucky fan. Like, you were 10 years old.
Oh, no, I was afraid of him.
Yeah, but like as a fan that like imagine we're going to go watch like fucking Hereditary Part 2. And
okay,
then
I was gonna say, be careful what you say because
Jurassic
I might
Park.
be into it. Jonathan Bailey's in the next one. I'm into it, Jonathan.
But then it opens and it's like a dinosaur's asshole.
Thank you.
You know, it's like a dinosaur asshole just floating around, and you're sitting
Okay.
like, what the fuck?
I might be a little confused.
Maybe like remember when you watched Jurassic Park Dominion and the bugs came out?
Yeah, and I was like, why is this movie about bugs?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's probably exactly what they felt.
Well, come on. She gave birth in the last movie. We knew what was coming.
So she gave birth.
Yeah, in the last movie, 6
That's
years
true.
prior
So
to this one.
6 years before. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So we kind of get this POV shot of this little girl. She calls it ugly. She throws it in a basket.
It's her birthday.
It's her
gift.
birthday gift. Yeah.
And I love that this scene, the dad's just fucking mowing down this piece of cake. And then they go to like get ready to go to bed, and they leave the damn cake outside.
That's not my problem. Not the cake outside. My problem is the big ass knife they just stabbed the cake with and left it there.
Why would you stab it like that?
Like y'all have trust issues in this community, don't you?
They're British.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do
There's
we
no
have any
serial
British listeners? Guys, let us know.
Yeah. I think in Australia as well.
Do you guys leave your knife stuck in your cake?
Yeah, is that a common thing? Do you guys put it next to your beans and toast?
Okay, let's stop.
I'm just saying.
This is why this country is going to hell. Just saying. So yeah, we get
obviously a POV shot
of very Halloween inspired of a doll going up the stairs. The dad finds it. It hides the knife, and the dad's like, Gloria, why did you leave this doll in the middle of the hallway? And Gloria's like, I didn't do it. And then the doll kills him.
Yeah, and then he falls down the stairs, and
Or
nobody
falls off the balcony.
and then falls down. He goes back up
Yeah.
and goes to visit the mama
Yeah.
in the
very-
bathroom,
in Psycho.
and it turns into from Halloween to Psycho.
Yep.
She's taking a shower, and then she doesn't get stabbed right away. She just falls. She just trips.
Glenn don't stab her. She just falls.
Yeah, she just falls
Yeah.
and sees his reflection and gets
Yeah.
fucking scared.
I'm gonna be honest. I did too the first time.
That reflection a little crazy.
And you know it's some of this stuff has stuck with me. Like my mom, I remember my mom like, oh, he looks like his mother.
She got the crazy eyes.
Yeah. And then the dog goes to check on Gloria, but Gloria's not in her bed. And then Gloria's like, you killed my mommy and daddy, and now you're pissing your pants. You're pissing your pants. You're pissing
And he
your
wakes
pants.
up,
Yeah.
and it's a guy yelling, whatever his name is, his master, I guess.
Is it Sax? Why am I thinking Sax? I forgot his name.
Sykes.
Sykes. Okay, I was close. Close
Sykes.
enough.
Yeah, you're pretty close.
Sykes and
He's
shithead.
yelling at him. You're pissing your pants, shit face.
Yeah.
He
Poor thing.
reminds me of like Russell Brand.
Oh, I can ill.
Right? Yeah, disgusting.
Well, thank God Glenn gets rid of him.
Do you think Glenn like wanted to name himself Glenn and Glenda because her name is Gloria, so it's like a G name?
No, because Chucky does it.
Oh yeah, that's true. Never mind.
Yeah.
Theory
So
debunked.
Glenn and Glenda's actually based on another movie.
Oh really?
Yes, where Don Mancini said, I think it's a person with a dual personality.
Oh okay.
Or they're twins. It's one of the two.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's where the inspiration comes from.
But they're basically captured. Gigi's captured, and they're like a puppeteer for Sykes, and he does like it's almost like a what is it, like a circus, but it's like one of those that like go around the world, I guess. No, he's in a tournament, right? It's like a puppet tournament.
It's a
ventriloquist.
Yes, tournament. I can't say that word.
It's a hard one.
Yeah.
Ventriloquist.
So as this is happening and people are laughing, Glenn is like, I wonder where I come from, and I wonder what my parents are like. And all he knows is that he's Japanese and that he wouldn't hurt a fly.
Yep. And every time he puts his arm up and it says "Made in Japan," it does like the.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Unfortunately. So then we kind of get a flashback. It's Christmas, and it's like Santa Claus, a girlfriend breaking up with him, and then Chucky.
I'm like, girl, get your presents first.
I know.
At least.
But Chucky comes out of the bag, and they kill him.
Yeah, and it's like, oh shit, and he's stabbing him. And what he says, he keeps saying the same thing over and over.
Fuck with your mind,
fuck
because
with your
Santa's
mind.
not real.
Yeah,
He's like, you're not real. You were never real. You know what kind of disappointment that could do to somebody? Oh, love it. Classic. But it turns out that if they're making a movie, Chucky Goes Psycho, which I love that they're in a cemetery because that's where Bride of Chucky ended.
Oh yeah,
In a cemetery, it's just snowing.
it's just snowing this time, and it's a malfunction, and then you see them trying to go fix Chucky.
Yeah, and it's Tony Gardner. Yeah,
Tony
which
Gardner.
is the new puppeteer for this. When this is where
Yeah,
he started
Tony
working with Chucky. And then we see Tiffany or Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah,
this is gonna get confusing.
So this is gonna get so confusing because I've always said this. So does Valentine actually look like Jennifer Tilly, or is that movie just a movie and then Jennifer Tilly's playing her as Valentine?
What?
Because okay, Jennifer Tilly is her own. She's an actress, right?
Yes.
But is Bride of Chucky what actually happened, or is that a movie?
Bride of Chucky happened.
So
That's
she
what
looks exactly like Jennifer Tilly?
pretty much.
Okay, so she's a twin of Jennifer
We're just
Tilly.
supposed to ignore that part.
I see. It's just the tattoo is the difference.
Yes. Jennifer doesn't have the tattoo. Tiffany does. Yeah, and Tiffany's blonde.
Yeah.
Jennifer's
That's
not.
true. Tiffany is blonde.
Which when in the later movies when it's already happened,
Yeah.
Jennifer's blonde.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I see.
That's why
I
in the
can see it
show
that way.
Jennifer's blonde.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's Tiffany.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just that Tiffany, I guess we're supposed to believe that in this world, Tiffany and Jennifer have a resemblance.
Gotcha. It's like they kind of look alike. It's literally the same exact.
But it's the
person.
same person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's
doppelgangers,
that's a good word to use. Doppelganger.
because they make a joke. It's like, oh, you look like Jennifer Tilly. And she's like, oh, no, that's not me.
Yeah, and
I'm Tiffany.
I love how like it's so cheeky with like they make it a point where it's like so silly that like they're playing. It's like that Eddie Murphy's like every character in one movie.
Yeah.
but they're acknowledging it and being like, oh my gosh, she has such a beautiful voice.
I
Like,
love
it's
that she's
so
making fun of herself.
yeah. Oh, she's so fat.
Yeah.
it's like so good.
So
yes.
sorry.
No,
one
go
thing.
ahead.
This I don't know why it just reminded me of Scream 3 where they meet Princess Leia.
Yes.
In the
yes.
in the filing room.
Yes, and
Oh.
she's like, "Oh, are you?" And she's like, "No, that's not me." But are you
Yeah.
sure? No, that's not
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
That's exactly what. That's what I'm saying. This movie's very Scream 3 inspired.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay, I totally see that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, and I also love that she's wearing a bride's dress
Mm-hmm.
and she's sitting right in front of her trailer from Bride of Chucky.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
they're
literally-
it's like they're making the movie.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was always confused. I'm like, so are the first like 3 movies or four movies technically
No, they happened.
like they didn't happen? It's just that we're watching what they produced already.
no, they happened.
Okay,
they
okay.
happened. Technically, this movie exists within the realm of all of this
Yeah,
because
it's our world.
because
It's our-
towards the end he has this whole monologue how he's the greatest slasher of all time.
yeah, and like the commercials and everything
Yeah.
acknowledge all the slashers.
And then in Bride of Chucky, it opens with like a police room full of other evidence room
And
with
it-
like
oh,
Freddy's
that's
glove,
true.
Jason's mask, and
the
Michael's.
chainsaw.
Yeah, so it's like
Okay.
every movie I guess exists, or it's everything that's happened I guess is real in the Chucky universe
Gotcha.
in a way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So would you say this could take place in the world of what is it,
Scream?
Behind the Mask?
Yeah,
Hmm.
even though they don't actually
They do.
they might mention Chucky.
Oh, I don't remember. Shit, I gotta watch that again. I don't
Yeah.
remember because they mentioned everyone else for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Huh.
That all those legends are real. Or
I'm gonna
whatever.
have to show her.
We have
and
to
I watch it. It's
Mhm.
like a documentary of slashers, and then all the slashers exist like in the world.
Yeah, and they're documenting another slasher, but she doesn't believe he ends up. You have to watch
You
it.
have to watch it. It's
but-
The Office for slashers.
In a way, yeah.
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 So they're looking for her. She's on a diet. She hides her
love-
candy bar.
I think that's
Yeah.
such a funny detail. It's
Yeah.
like she's trying to keep her figure, but she's always sneaking in a little
Yeah.
treat.
And she's mad that Jennifer Love Hewitt. Is it Jennifer?
Jennifer
or-
loves huge tits.
Is it her that she's mentioned? Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Is like taking all the roles and she
She's like,
can't get
"Ugh,
any.
I'm so tired of hearing about her.
Here we go. So in Bride of Chucky,
Ooh.
I learned because I did watch the documentary for the franchise. She actually was she's an Oscar nominee.
Who?
Jennifer Tilly.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if she won, but she is.
Okay.
And when she got the call for Bride of Chucky, she said no. She said that she doesn't want to be in a Chucky movie.
Oh.
But Dawn always imagined it was her in that role.
Interesting.
And I think she's making fun of herself because since she got it, she's kind of got stuck with Chucky. But she loves it. Her and Dawn are best friends.
Yeah.
She embraces it. This is her. This is who she is. And she's an icon in our world.
I mean, I knew her from Liar Liar. That's
Right.
where I found out about Jennifer Tilly.
I knew her from this series.
Yeah, and then after I was like, oh, she's in these Chucky series too, and then I enjoyed her in these too. So she's kind of like a bigger deal, more than just Chucky. But
Yeah.
it's just that she loves Chucky. That is part of her life, and it's a big part of it.
Yeah.
So.
And I think here she's kind of making fun of the fact that she didn't really get into other roles. She was kind of just stuck with Chucky in a way, which that's fine, girl. I love it.
We accept you. We love you. You are our queen,
Mm-hmm.
and she's our poker queen.
Yeah,
Couldn't
that's
say
right.
that.
Oh yeah, because she also shows up in Modern Family as like a poker player.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, then we cut to Glenn arriving at the studio. I love that the first thing they run into is Frankenstein.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is kind of like
There's always at least a mention of Frankenstein.
right,
or
and it's
something.
also Universal, so they kind of have the rights to the monsters.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because then it's the Wolfman right after that he sees it.
I
I just love that they're like, oh my god, oh dear.
He's so terrified, and it's like, of course, they're in this like creepy. It's like it looks like a bathroom. I don't know why. It
Yeah.
always reminds me of a bathroom.
It's like the backstage where they
and they keep all the props.
the FX room or whatever. So he finds his parents or their parents, and
And he knows because they have the marking.
well,
He looks at it, he goes, oh.
yeah, he finds out after Chucky wakes up because Chucky's like,
you're right.
yeah, because the necklace says awake at the back, so he wakes them up,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Doesn't he find out on the TV?
yes, yes, that's
yeah,
right. He
you're
sees
It
them
was
on
a
the TV.
commercial.
Yeah, that's right. Before he escapes, he finds out because Chucky says "fuck you very much," and then the Made in Japan, they do the music.
Yeah, and he's like talking. They're talking to the dolls, and they're like off mode. They're in Andy's home mode.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, why are you
ignoring me? Is it because of the way I look?"
It's like, oh my god, bro, chill. And then they say something like, "Are you gonna be? I'll talk to you when you wake up," or something like that. And he goes, "Wait, wake up." And then he looks at his necklace, it says awake.
Yeah.
So then he just repeats what it says, and it starts thundering and all this bullshit.
I love that the chant gets shorter and shorter.
Always. Next time it's just go.
they add more to the myth because saying awake is gonna wake up the person.
Switch.
And switch is new, which is just it's not killing the other, it's just switching bodies. Which honest, me and my man do it all the time in the shower when we're showering. And one of us wants to get in the water. I know. When one of us wants to get in the water, we're like, switch. It's a gag we have. It's so funny.
True love.
Guys.
Yes.
Oh,
ma'am.
yeah. Don't even get me started with that one.
Oh.
Just kidding. Love you guys.
Most of you.
I love you.
Not the self-hating
we're
ones.
talking about the red ones,
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah. So they awaken.
Yes. And
they're like,
Chucky's jump scared by this thing.
yeah, and it's like, oh my, I'm shithead, and Chucky just starts cracking up. That
Yeah.
shit is pretty funny.
And he's like, oh, I wonder what the parents must look like. He looked like he fell off the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down.
they're just talking bad shit about themselves.
Yeah. Which is funny. And then
I love that Tiffany immediately goes into Mama Bear mode.
Yeah.
She's like, that is a horrible name to name a child.
yeah. And then Glenn shows the Japan
He's like,
birthmark.
He's like, what? No.
And Chucky's like, no, we didn't. You did it. And Tiffany's real quick. Oh, it's my child. No questions asked.
No, she don't care.
No.
It's like, come here.
This 6-year-old kid, in a way.
So I know they have like a little back. Oh, the puppeteer comes to the back.
Yeah. To fix them.
Yeah, to fix them.
They've been glitching.
Yeah, and he picks up Tiff, and they go in Andy's home mode, and she's like opening her, like almost about to change her batteries or something.
Yeah, but I love that Glenn is like, is mom like sick? Is your mama ill? And then Chucky's like, well, the courts thought so. Which is a really
That's
funny
so
line.
good. That's so good.
Because it's like she's not mentally like there.
At all.
She's
It
crazy
reminds me
'cause
of
she-
the Jennifer's Body episode.
Yeah,
in the
'cause-
courtroom.
Yeah, because she's crazy.
There's an episode in Chucky called Jennifer's
kinda-
Body.
they
'Cause
kinda-
it's Jennifer Tilly's body.
Yeah, they named the episodes after horror movies, and they kind of bring this whole court thing back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then while they're fixing her, she wakes up and goes, "Do it now!" And
Mhm.
Chucky grabs like a wire, cuts his fucking head off, and they're
Yeah.
doing it together.
Which is a really good kill.
It's so
You know,
impressive.
This movie has probably some of the best kills in the franchise
I think
for
so
it being in this
too.
movie.
I think so
Mhm.
too. Like actually creative and like
Yeah,
impressive ones. Because this one, even if it was CG, it
Mhm.
looked very well.
No, it was a puppet.
Really, the whole thing.
The whole guy was a puppet. Mm-hmm.
But even when the head was floating, that looked CG.
That
I think it was
I
like
would have to rewatch the behind the scenes, but I'm pretty much it was all pretty much all practical. Mm-hmm.
that looked really good, and I just love the entire scene as a whole because they're like blood is falling on them. They have blood all over their face,
Yeah.
and then they're like, "Oh my god!" And they start like,
They start making out because
Yeah.
they're like, "We're killing again," and then Glenn starts pissing, and he's like, "Hey, you're pissing your pants," which I'm not asking where it comes from.
because he's a little scaredy cat. That's like the thing.
Yeah,
like,
but where does
they
the
just
fluid
piss their
come
pa-
from?
Oh.
Because then they go check and there's nothing. He's a Ken.
Oh yeah, because he says like he's pissing his pants, and she goes, "No, you mean she?
And Chuck is like,
No."
he.
And then that's the whole fight.
Yeah.
Because they take their pants off, and I love that like Chucky goes, "You see, that's my boy."
He just hasn't had his growth spurt yet.
It's like what the fuck?
But their reactions to seeing nothing there, they're so confused.
Yeah.
Because they're anatomically correct.
Yeah, exactly.
They are.
but he's not
Not
because he's
yet.
toy. He's a toy technically.
Well,
So I have a question about that. So
right.
this Chucky has a penis.
Yes.
So do all Chucky dolls have a penis?
No.
It's just when he's possessed because he possesses a human.
So he just
Like-
grew a penis?
Because what happens when the spirit is on the toy, his DNA is already in it. Because in the first movie, they introduce he has fingerprints.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the thing is that the whole thing with the original movies that the doll is turning human.
That's why in the movie his hair like gets really crazy.
He
'cause
starts
it's-
looking more human.
Yeah.
In the first one at least. They kind of, and then in Bride of Chucky, they do have a mentions like, "Oh, we found his fingerprints
Yep.
on whoever they killed." So they go check his body to make sure he's still in there in the casket.
Yeah. So it's like he becomes so Glenn. It's technically completely biological. Like so he's an
They're born biologically
organism.
born,
Like he's actually like a thing, but he
Mhm.
for some reason looks like a toy.
because they're toys.
I guess.
Yeah,
but like,
it's because they're toys.
But like when he comes out, he looks like a baby.
Right. But
He
it's
just
supposed to
grows into a toy.
war. I think because they're since they're biologically toys,
Yeah.
or
Like, at least
call
half
them
of it?
little people.
Yeah.
Glenn got those genes.
I would call them literal. Like, because they're not little people technically. They're like toys, so they're smaller.
Yeah.
So then, would Gigi just stop growing at that point?
Yeah,
or do they grow up
it
more?
just grows into the whatever the doll is.
Interesting.
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, I guess we
Which
don't-
is why they want to take their soul and put it in the baby that's born later.
gotcha.
Because then, if you think about it, spoiler alert for the show, those babies,
They're not
those
okay.
babies are done. They're dead.
Yeah,
The
Oh,
soul,
that's-
the soul of
the
those real
souls.
babies are dead.
I see.
They didn't do a switch. They just
They
dead, and they split the souls.
I see. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, those babies don't exist. Yeah,
Okay. Because I was like gonna say like, but I guess Gigi wasn't like a toy like Tiffany and
but if
Chucky
you think
were.
about it, the minute that they took the souls out of them, it turned into a doll. It's a doll.
Yeah, because what I'm saying is like Chucky and Tiffany, they're like toys that were already in
Toys,
production,
right?
But Gigi is like its own thing,
Biological
like, it's its
thing.
own organism.
But since it has the genes of a doll, like with mixed with the DNAs of their parents,
Yeah.
it just stayed
He doesn't have a human soul.
in a way.
yeah, in a way he doesn't. Yeah, I guess he has his own
Mhm.
because he is born. Interesting.
He has two.
Yeah, he has
They have two.
split
Mhm.
personality.
It's like Chucky's always meant to have twins.
Yeah. So then that makes me think about the show. Like when Chucky multiplies himself, do they all got penises?
Yeah, I'm assuming.
You know what they call that?
What? That's what it.
Yeah, Gigi is a Kendall. So
you
like,
know,
what?
I feel like that's where that controversy comes from, or not. Whatever. It's like they don't know what they are, so maybe their body didn't produce it.
Oh, I guess so. I guess I see. I mean, that's the dilemma. Is that they're both like in this one. They're like Gigi doesn't know exactly what he really is.
I mean, they say it. Sometimes I want to be a boy. Sometimes I want to be a girl.
Yeah.
I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah, because it's playing with the idea of gender fluidity,
Which wasn't really that I know of. Wasn't really a thing in 2004.
At least, yeah, we were children, so it's not like something that like was taught to us at all. So like, I know when I grew older, I knew more about that.
It started coming into my circles, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like I understand this now. But as a kid, like that never was something that we saw, and there was always that stigma, like in media, it was always like a butt end of a joke, like it's like, or dressing up as a girl was like supposed to be funny.
Yeah,
and so in this movie, they kind of do it in a serious, they talk about it in a serious way because it's his dilemma in the story, but they also play with it, like it's also playful, but.
Which honestly, Don, thank you. Like,
you
brought it to life in a way, or into the media in a way, and that's why I think this movie is getting the cult following that it has been getting lately.
Because people probably now resonate.
A lot of people in the queer community love this movie.
Yeah, and they resonate, and then bringing them back, and then like doubling down and making them like completely like unapologetically themselves. Is like. That's what people wanted to see. Yeah, it's like we get a conclusion.
Yeah,
for
them.
Gigi. And I hope we get more. That would be sick.
Me too.
I want them to be more staple into the series.
What I do like about the show is when they go back to the doll, they become British again.
Oh yeah, I don't know what the fuck. And then why is Glenda got no voice, but then Glenn got an accent.
Like in the show?
Yeah. No. Like.
Oh, like when they're in the doll?
Yeah.
Because I think it's mainly Glenn.
Oh, and then it's like Glenn that's like
Glenn
suppressed.
It's like Gabriel.
Yeah, I was about to say it's Emily and Gabriel.
Yeah. When you know what?
From Malignant, if you guys were wondering.
This episode's gonna go forever. I have the dilemma I have with this movie is that I wish we don't get enough of them.
Yeah.
And I wish we would have gotten that dilemma that they deal with the in your head when Glenda wants to come out.
I see.
What do they go through? What is
like when
I'm gonna refer to Glenn as he. What does he go through?
Yeah, and what does she
to do to switch?
I see. It's almost like
because I love like when we get it.
Their head, like what's happening.
I love that we get it, but it's kind of a quick moment.
Well, I know. If I get this completely wrong, this could be like completely it's just. Mostly like the name it's like there's like a specific condition where like it's not multiple personality disorder, but it's similar, it's adjacent to it, and they're kind of like they kind of describe it as like they share the spotlight. So they're like, for example, be like, oh, Glenda wants to share the spotlight, so I'm gonna let them. And sometimes like they don't have control over it, so it's like, oh, they're coming out, and then they let them come out, and then they become like a whole different person. Which, so it's kind of like that.
In a way, you can say that the opening sequence, it is Glenda in his head, because it's the one doing the killing. It's just when they wake up, it's like
they see
that's
themselves.
Not me.
Yeah, and they're like, oh fuck, like I'm evil.
Why am I having these weird, violent dreams? Yeah, and then. Yeah, I just wish we would have gotten more of the doll family dynamic. I know, we have to also like kind of move the story along, and they have to get their bodies, but I feel like that's what this was missing, was more concentrated on like I feel like it should have went full on family drama, and people just got in the way, so they had to murder them.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Where were we?
Yeah, so we're 1 hour into the episode, and we are still at the intro.
Oh, shit. Okay, so Jennifer finds the body.
Yeah.
Actual Jennifer.
Yeah, and
because she's looking for her little chocolate bar.
Chucky has it on his pocket, and she looks at the head, and she's like, "Oh, these things are so real." But then she notices, oh fuck, this is actually real.
Yeah.
And the cops are all over it.
Mhm.
The media is trying to take ask her all these crazy
I
questions.
love that John Waters is like, hey, what's your real age? Like, give us your specific age, like the date.
Yeah, like girl, chill.
Yeah. I love that the dolls sneak into the limousine.
Oh yeah, you see the little feetsies.
Yeah. And then we see that she has Stan, her limo driver, who I guess she's sleeping with, or maybe.
Well, they never have sex. They confirm that. So like they're just like, I feel like she kind of rides it. Like she's kind of like, hey Stan, and he's in love with her, and he'll do whatever for her. So she keeps him on the hook. Like, don't leave Stan.
It's like
we might have a chance in the future.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he's cute. I'll make out with him here and there.
Yeah,
like okay,
like a little side piece.
Yeah, and then Tiffany, well, Glenn is asking them like, hey, are y'all from like the Yakuza? Like, are we hitmen for like what are we? And then Chucky's so like, yeah, Chucky's like, we're from Jersey.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Yeah. So then they come up with their plan, like, we're gonna switch bodies with, Jennifer, and we'll get a guy for you. And then I'm not gonna get pregnant again for Glenn, so we'll deal with that.
Yeah.
And then she says something about her sister, and that once is a blessing, twice is a curse when you have kids.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that because she says she don't want to get pregnant because
one's a blessing,
the second one's a curse.
Which with Glenda, yeah.
Yes, it makes perfect sense.
And I know we have like a scene with Tiffany rehearsing her script with Redman.
Yes.
And Redman is just there because she's hot. That's basically all he's there for. Because the whole time she's reading the script, he's just staring at her mommy milkers.
Yep. And then he's like, I'm like really looking for like Julia Roberts.
So. And she's really trying. And she's trying for a role of Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
And they're like, you don't believe I would be Virgin Mary?
Yeah.
And she's, because her image is very sexual, I guess.
Oh my God, she's a complete slut.
Yep, from this movie.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah,
it's so weird hearing the soundbite like added to the show. It feels so weird.
I always rewind it once or twice because that line read is just so iconic.
It's the best
because she's so surprised at her icon. it's like this.
Don't ever beat your heroes.
Yeah, because the first time she sees her, she's like, "Oh my God, Jennifer Tilly.
She's an angel."
Yeah. So yeah, she goes home. She's gonna have Redman over. Yeah. So
she can for sure get the role.
So and then Chucky and Tiffany are putting Glenn to bed, and Glenn makes them promise like, hey, why do we kill people? Can we not do it anymore? And he said he heard that violence is bad on the TV, and Chucky's like, not violence, violins. That goddamn screechy music ruining the whole goddamn country. I was like, Chucky, you kind of
you don't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah. So Tiffany makes him promise, but obviously he does the little crossy fingers in the back of his hand, of his back. Redman comes over. This is where Chucky starts to masturbate.
So there's a scene of Chucky legit masturbating. Yeah. Tiffany exposes her mommy milkers.
And if you watch the unrated cut, you get 2 seconds of Chucky's hand going.
So there's it for everything. There's everything for everyone.
Yeah. Wow. And actually in the Fangoria, it's actually the Fangoria print, but it's not an actual Fangoria issue. They had to make that issue themselves.
Fangoria, that makes sense.
They said you can use the font, not an actual. Like,
I mean, that makes sense. I guess I understand that.
And of
I
course,
was gonna say, I'm like, damn, I want to look for that Fangoria.
No,
that must be so expensive.
And obviously, Chucky masturbates to Fangoria. Zombie chicks, he's into it.
Hey, I get it.
Okay,
I get it. Okay. Some of them. There's in Pornhub. There's a video of like a girl trying to be like a zombie, and like it's like she's sexual and like she want to fuck the guy, and they fuck. Wow. And then on her back it says subscribe. It's really weird.
Okay.
But honestly, hear me out, cake.
Okay, whatever you like.
But so this is where Chucky wants to spend quality time.
Well, before that, Tiffany is trying to get Jennifer to drink the drink,
and
she won't. She's taking forever.
I love that.
And she has her little most improved trophy.
Was she doing the show too?
Yes.
They poisoned the drink, the champagne.
And I think the trophy makes an appearance too.
Yep.
Because she. So I love that Redman makes her go, and Tiffany quickly knocks his ass out as John Waters is taking pictures of the whole thing because he's a paparazzi scumbag. And Tiffany's like, You dirty little girl, have some respect for yourself.
Oh
My mother
God,
always
she's
said
a complete slut.
that, and you can always smell it on girls who sell it.
Her mama was sassy.
I'm so sad we don't ever meet the Tiffany's mom.
We need to, and then Chucky kills her, so I want to know that drama.
Oh, they should do a prequel.
They should.
That'd be funny.
We in the Curse series, we get like
more. We do kind of get a prequel, yeah, a little bit, but it's Tunika's mom.
I want to know what happened with that mama. Like, what's going on?
And the sister, was she the blessing or the curse? Because he just says, "Oh, that explains your sister," but he doesn't really confirm which one it is.
You know exactly who the damn curse is. We're watching her in this.
That's
damn
what I'm
movie.
saying. So what was so bad about the blessing?
Hey, that's true. That's true. Also, who should play the mama? I know, Jennifer Tilly.
That'd be kind of funny.
I would love that shit.
Yeah.
It's like this whole lineage is just Jennifer Tilly doppelgangers.
Yeah.
That would be so great.
So then she goes, "By the way, Miss Tilly, can I have your autograph?" As she runs away. And, then Chucky comes with a cup of semen.
Jesus.
And he's like, "What am I supposed to do with this?" It's like, okay, bro.
Like, chill.
Yeah. So they knock her ass out. This is when they're carrying both bodies upstairs. And Tiffany's like, "Fuck, she's fat."
So mean to herself, queen.
And Chucky's like, "Oh, look at the size of his feet." You know what they say? I was like, hey, at least it's better than Chucky's gonna be a bro.
That's true. That's true.
So yeah, this is when he notices the paparazzi leaving the house. So he goes to get Glenn, and it's like, let's go have a boys' night.
Yeah.
As Tiffany's inseminating with a Toki Basta. Yeah, great stuff. So he takes the Hummer.
This is kind of like a crazy scene.
Yeah, so he takes the Hummer, and Britney Spears is trying to get past him.
This is so crazy.
Which people were like, "Hey, do you hate Britney?" Like to Don, and he was like, "No, I actually love her.
Yeah,
it's just that we had this look-alike, and we had the opportunity to like do this scene." So
and she was huge. Like this was like peak Britney Spears.
Like this was "Oops, I Did It Again."
Yep.
Chucky references it here.
Yeah,
as he kills her.
They blow her ass up.
Yeah,
I always thought this was actually Britney Spears, like in the movie. I didn't know it was
a lot of people did. I think they had to do a disclaimer that it wasn't her.
Like I was like,
she looks like exactly.
Yeah, she
like
turns
her.
around and flicks him off. I'm like, oh yeah, that's Britney Spears.
Mm-hmm.
But no, apparently that wasn't her.
No.
I was lied to.
I knew who that was at my 10-year-old self, get a little gay self. I knew who that was.
Oh yeah, me too.
And I was like, oh, I did it again. So they go to this like I guess photography studio for celebrities. This is it on the side, and
he's like in the dark room getting the photos.
The red room.
The red room.
So he's getting the picture, and he notices that in the picture is Chucky, as Chucky laughs a few seconds before, and he's like, "Oh, I want to know how the fuck Chucky got in the ceiling so quick." Like,
look,
where he climbed.
The power of Dembala.
That's true.
That's what it is. You
That's
can do
true.
anything in the power of Dembala.
He said, "I'm levitated."
The power of Dua Lipa.
Yeah, he's levitated. But then what happens is that Glenn scares the guy by screaming no and ends up falling with sulfuric acid, so it burns his face off.
Which is so cool, and it kind of reminded me in the show. There's like a scene where Chucky's melting.
Yeah.
So it kind of reminded me of that too. And the makeup looks fantastic. I think it looks really good, and it's like a little quick scene, and then they all take a family photo.
Yeah, because he's so proud of it. Glenn is not proud of it.
No, Glenn didn't do shit. It was a complete accident.
Yep. So then the next day, Jennifer wakes up. She's like, "Did we do it?" And then Redman's like, "No, but I heard a lot of screaming, and I tend to have that effect on women."
I get it.
And
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Thank you. And then Tiffany was like,
"You weren't complaining last night." Got him.
Nope.
Thank you, baby Beetlejuice.
I never complain. So, and then she's telling him how she had this dream of a beautiful angel and had like a beautiful voice, which is her voice, which is funny.
Yeah, of course.
And that she asked for her autograph and that she should respect herself.
And she's like, "Damn, you know what? That voice was right."
Yeah, that's true. So then Stan picks her up. She throws up. Chucky's like, "What are we gonna do today?"
It's like she already has signs of pregnancy.
Yeah, they cut a lot from this movie, I feel.
Well, I mean, it's a voodoo pregnancy, remember?
No. Well, yeah, I know. It's like literally the next day. But I wanted to know what Chucky and Glenn were up to the whole day. This is the kind of things that I like mean. Like Chucky has a quick moment where he's like, what are we gonna do today? And then it just cuts to Jennifer and Redman having dinner.
Just like
I wish we would have gotten more of like the family dynamic while Jennifer's gone.
Yeah, that's true. It kind of because it's like Bride, where like we get like them bickering at each other. Like those moments were so big in that movie. So it would have been great to see more of that.
Yeah, especially of like them dealing with their double personality.
Because we only get like when they meet and then like the ending. That's when they're all like
and
have
then
their drama.
And then him catching his parents' murder.
Yeah, it feels so like like
even though we get Tiffany trying to in self-recovery.
Oh, that's true.
Which is like, great.
Yeah, she's learning. She's like, damn, I should have some respect for myself and actually forgive myself for all my sins.
Like, well, forgiveness, check. Or admit I have a problem. Yeah.
Right. Find a higher being.
As if.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm like, Dembala's right there.
That's true. And then she's like, oh, apologize, I guess, to someone.
Yeah, it's like, oh, step 9.
Mm-hmm. So, do you know who she calls?
Yeah, she called the wife of the cop that she killed in Bride.
Exactly.
I did my homework.
Good. So, yeah.
So then she tells her like, "Hey, I killed your husband." Blah, blah, like, and she's like, "Who is this sick person? Is this a joke?" And she's like, "No, I'm very serious.
Yeah.
And I want you to know that I hope you forgive me." And then it just starts crying.
She's like, "Okay, bye."
And she's like, that felt good.
That felt, yeah. So yeah, then Jennifer and Redman are having dinner, and she tells him she's pregnant, which is fucking impossible. And he's like, "Whoa, that's not mine. First of all, I got a vasectomy because I know what Hollywood is like."
That's crazy.
And I was like, "Whoa!" And then he's like, "Well, the Virgin Mary is pregnant." He's like, "Well, that's not the vision I have, and you not her."
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Julia Roberts,
and whose niece is a murderer. In fictional world.
Oh, I see. That's true.
Jill Roberts.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
In fictional world, guys.
Well,
who is actually
have some controversy.
It's her niece in real life. I know, but
wait, really? For real?
They're actually like
related.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
Emma Roberts and Julia Roberts.
Oh shit, that's a revelation for me.
Yeah, that's why I was like in fictional world.
I know she's a little crazy.
Well, yeah. Love her in Scream 4.
Yeah, love her in Scream 4.
Anyway, so I love this moment with Tiffany. She's like, "That pig," and she looks at the knife and she's like, "No, I can't do it."
She's reformed.
And I'm like, "Girl, I get those moments."
And then she calls the center for like help, and they're like, "Hey, I have these thoughts and I don't want to slip up." And then the guy's, "Hey, I understand how you feel. Like I slipped up last night, and that happens. It was a mess. It took me forever."
Yeah.
And the guy's talking about like drinking. And she's talking about murder.
Yeah.
But
when they're not being specific, it just sounds like the same conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, really? So what happens when you do that?" He goes, "Hey, it takes time. Rome wasn't built in one day."
It's like,
so
you're
she's
right.
Like, "Damn, you kind of right for that."
Yep.
So she goes, "Thank you so much." Hangs up.
And kills Redman.
And kills Redman right there.
Yeah. And then Jennifer leaves her house because there's been another murder. So I guess they're gonna question her.
And she's on the phone being like, "Oh, I'm with Redman at home." So it's kind of like that's not helping her case either.
No, it's not. So then the next day, Martha Stewart is being convicted, executed, as Tiffany puts it. And Chucky's like, "I can't take 9 months of this shit," which is true. Like living in the attic and him not being able to kill, he's gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
So
and he's not a recovered one.
Which it makes sense that it's a voodoo pregnancy because it's kind of the same way that it happened to her in the last movie. Like it was pretty quick.
Yeah, it's in the same movie.
Yeah,
it was like a road trip.
Yeah. So
in this one, she wakes up the next day and she has a belly and she is completely pregnant, 9 months already.
Yep. And she freaks out and Chucky's like, "Oh," because it's accelerated.
So ridiculous.
So she freaks out. Then Chucky does his little leg thing. He jumps on her and his little legs are kicking.
I love that.
That's my favorite thing of his.
And they need to do that more.
Yeah.
I want to see it more.
Yeah. And then she's on the phone with Joan, and Joan's like, "I can hear you scream. What's happening?" She's like, "Oh, nothing. Bounce on TV and Gina Crenshaw is fingering me."
Oh, that's
which again, it comes back. It comes back for the show. It's great.
Yeah,
it's
Gina
great.
is actually like
in the show,
and they recreate the scene.
Yeah, in a way,
it's pretty great.
So yeah, then Chucky's like trying to grope her, and Tiffany's like, "What the fuck is going on in here?" And Chucky's like, "She came on to me."
Chucky's so fucking such an asshole.
He's so funny in this
Yeah, he
movie.
is. He's
Oh, I
pretty
love
funny.
him. So, yeah, then they figure out that Redman died.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's like, oh, I killed the paparazzi guy, right?
Mhm.
And then Glenda's or Tiffany's like, I can't believe you did that. Like,
Mhm.
what the hell with our child?
Yeah.
And Chucky goes, oh yeah, bitch. Opens the closet.
Well, he didn't know.
He opens the closet.
He just hits
yeah.
the closet and it opens, and he didn't. He's like, that's why he's like, well.
Get that bitch.
And then Glenn is having their dilemma here, where like sometimes I want to be a boy, sometimes I want to be a girl.
You're tearing me apart.
Yeah, and it's like, what about what I want? And he goes, can I be both? And Tiffany's like, well, some people. And then Chucky's straight, no. I was like, okay,
I see.
let's not be that person.
Yep.
You know, I'm really glad that for the show they kind of like fixed him.
Yeah, he's a parent that like
He grew.
learned and grew.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad they did that.
He's not a monster.
Yeah, exactly. So
That joke, it always cracks me up. In Kick-Ass, there's a scene where like they kill like all the heroes, and then there's like a dog. One of them has a dog, and the lady's like, "Should we kill the dog?" And
Yeah.
he's like, "Jesus fucking Christ, I'm not that bad."
so then they ask Glenn, like, what do you want to be?
Yeah,
And then Glenn's like, well, I think I want to be a boy.
yeah,
Which when and they're in that headspace of a good doll, like, and not the bad one.
Mhm.
They're they identify as male at this time, 2004.
yeah.
So Chucky's like, ha, in your face, lady.
It's like
such a dickhead.
they
about
always
it.
have to rub it against each
Yeah.
other.
So time passes. Jennifer starts to give birth. Oh, they call Stan because he needs a new body.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they were gonna switch to Redman, but that didn't work out.
Yeah, it never works out for him. And they call Stan. They tie up Stan to the bed, Daddy. And Joan comes over because she's worried about Jennifer. And Chucky's like, "It's that nosy bitch, Joan."
I just realized Joan or Stan kind of reminds me of the Tiffany's neighbor, the hot one.
Really?
I don't know. Like, I guess it's the dark hair.
Oh, maybe because he's not as hot as him, but
I don't know why. Just kind of like, oh, he kind of
because that guy was like,
okay, he was jacked. Stan might be jacked. You don't know. You didn't see his
oh,
shirtless.
no, I saw him for the documentary. He looked good now.
Oh damn, really?
You
Now?
You know how men age better?
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is that Joan comes in the house and someone, as Chucky's behind her about to kill her, Tiffany comes out and sprays her with fire,
Oh yeah.
and she falls over the staircase.
Mhm.
And Chuck, she got fucking roasted. Yeah,
She got Freddy Kruegered.
yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. And Chucky's like, "Dang." And then he's like, "Tiffany, like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean anything I said earlier." Boom, Glenda.
Glenda shows up,
Mm-hmm.
dressed up and everything.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, guess again, Daddy." Glenda?
Yep. And this is the duality again.
Yeah.
Like now she's feeling more. At this time, she's
Yeah.
feeling more like I want to be a girl now.
Right. And Tiffany's like, "What the fuck did you do to our child?"
You fucking did this, Chucky.
She's blaming him for
Yeah.
it. Which I find it funny that Chucky's the one that wants a boy, but it's the
girl that's more like him.
Yes, and then vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So Tiffany kind of slaps some sense into Glenn, brings him back, and then they start doing the chant. And this is when Jennifer gives birth, and they start doing the chant. But Tiffany's like, "Hey, they have to choose now. There's
Yeah,
a
like
boy
which
and-
one is?
yeah." Which I'm surprised they didn't we can just split them at this point with what happened. I guess they didn't know at the time that can happen.
I guess that's true. Yeah. Bless you.
Thank you. Which I'm gonna be honest, I love this monologue Chucky gives.
Yeah.
Because he's tired of their shit.
Yeah.
Of everyone screaming.
Yeah, I get it.
And he's like, what's the point of being human? You get sick, you get old, you die, you can't get it up anymore. Those are all, things. And then
It's like
Tiffany's
being
like,
a doll's fucking awesome.
yeah, and then Tiffany's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then he's like, I'm one of the most notorious killers to ever exist, or slashers, he says.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm Chucky, the killer doll. And I was like, oh yes.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
Show your respect for him.
Yeah, and it's like he's acknowledging it. Like he's boastful. Like
he's telling you that he belongs on the Mount Rushmore of horror icons, and he does. True. And he does.
He's probably more evil than in all these other ones.
I think he is.
He's fucking terrible.
Yeah, he is.
Like, he is fucking pure evil.
Yeah, he don't care who he going after. He's not trying to go after his sister Lori or nothing. You know,
no.
I think he might be more evil than Michael. Come at me.
Yeah, he's like, I don't give a fuck who's in my way. They're dying. Like, I don't care.
Yeah. Well,
Chucky probably will kill a
Chucky
dog.
killed a cat.
That's true. So there you go. They're level. They're right there.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Does Chucky kill babies? Because Michael didn't. Ooh, is he more evil than Art the Clown though?
There you got me.
But those two, I would love to see them interact. That would be pretty funny. Because Chucky would be like, he's kind of cool because he's violent, but then he would get tired of his shit because he can't talk to him.
Chucky needs a versus movie.
He really does.
Yeah.
We need to bring that back. Like, I remember the fucking hype around Jason versus Freddy. That theater being like crazy packed,
and even Alien versus Predator.
Yes, like even though you can say those movies are fucking terrible, that's fine.
But the hype was there.
The hype was so good, and I want that. I don't care how fucking ridiculous. I know we can go on Shudder and put Samara versus The Grudge, but like, I want Chucky versus like fucking.
I know people want Megan.
Megan would be good.
Would make sense. Yeah,
even though Megan's taller, so like she can do one of these, and Chucky can't reach.
No, he has his ways. Well, he can multiply. There could be multiple.
True. That's true. He also has the power of Damballa, so he can grab her ass by the fucking ankles.
Yeah.
So I think that would be pretty fun. I think we should bring that up. Chucky versus Leprechaun. I want to see that shit. Funny. I think that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, she does end up giving birth, or they end up fighting. Stan dies trying to protect Tiffany.
That's what I think.
Not because
he's in love with her, so he's like, "Fuck it, I'll die for you."
Well, Jennifer.
Tiffany. Oh yeah, sorry.
But he gets up and it's like Chucky's throwing it at the doll, not the Jennifer. I just always found it weird that he gets up to take the knife.
Unless he's getting confused.
Maybe
we are, like I am.
Maybe he thought he was gonna kill Jennifer by throwing the knife. I don't know.
That's maybe what I'm thinking.
But he dies, and the actor did say that he was actually choking, which is why the words wouldn't come out.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then so then Tiffany throws a knife at Chucky, and they all disappear because the cops come in, and then we cut to the hospital.
Yep.
And then they drug Jennifer. Chucky comes in very The Shining, and he doesn't have a thing to say.
Oh yeah, like he breaks open the door.
Yeah,
and he's like, "There's something I need to say," or something like that. And
or he says, "I can't think of a thing to say."
Yeah,
fuck it. So then, Tiffany does the chant. She does switch, and boom, she dies.
Yep.
And she tells Glenn, hey.
Question mark? She dies. Question mark?
Right. She's like, hey, be a good boy, girl, whatever.
Just be you.
Yeah. Don't make the same mistakes as me and your father, especially your father. And then she dies.
Question mark?
Yeah, no, we know what happened. And then,
but this is where Gigi just
it's goes. Glenn.
Yeah, Glenn, and Glenn's like, fuck this shit, bro.
Yeah, fuck you, Dad.
Yeah, and they have like music.
They put the karate music.
And he is ready to throw hands with Chucky.
Yeah, he kills Chucky with this axe.
Yeah, with that axe personally. That's prop from the movie.
Yep.
And he chops his fucking limbs off.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he just chops his head off.
But Chucky's very proud of him.
Yeah.
Because he became the son he wanted him to be.
Yeah. So you could say Chucky won.
Well, Glenn then feels really bad about it. He starts crying.
Yeah. That's true, because he probably was like, damn, I became the monster my dad wanted me to be.
Yeah.
That sucks. That's a lot.
That is a lot. But we cut to 6 years later. So at this point, it's about 2010, 2009. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's like a birthday party that's happening in this beautiful home. And
yeah, it's for them.
They're the twins. And Jennifer Tilly is celebrating it, just making sure that everything's going right.
Well, the nanny is like, hey, Glenda's an evil little bitch, but Glenn, he's an angel. And Tiffany and the lady's like, I'm quitting. I can't take this anymore. And Tiffany's like, well, bye. And then she kills her with a doll.
Yeah, that's such a jump scare too. It's like angrily just smashing the shit out of her head.
But I fucking love it. And her eyes turning green. It's like, oh, she switched. She did switch. And yeah, the movie kind of ends with Glenn receiving a gift. They open it and it's the dad's arm.
Yep, Chucky's arm,
and then they
chokes him out.
Yep.
That's where the movie ends.
And then we get one way or another. I'm gonna find you.
I'm gonna get you.
Chucky's singing.
Yeah, he is.
Or yeah, 10 years later.
Wow, a long time.
That
a
is
little
a long
slow
time.
with it, and that is the
Seed of Chucky.
Let's go. Alrighty. So, like we do in every episode, we go to Letterboxd and give this movie a rating and review. Carlos, what is your rating and review?
Of course, Carlos is never ready because
my man.
I know it's just we're talking. Leave me alone. Okay, I give it a 4 with a heart.
Okay.
It's not perfect because of my reasons. I wish Glenn was in it more, and I wish we got more of the family dynamic. But I said, not a perfect film, but a film I adore. Glenn/Glenda was a great add to the family dynamic, and I wish we would have seen more of them in this movie. Funny as hell, some cool kills, and Chucky and Tiffany are just a blast to watch interact with each other.
I agree. That's a great review.
Thank you.
I gave it 2 stars. I said FKA Twigs should have been the Crow. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was my review for the Crow.
I was so confused.
Oh, sorry. You know me.
He did that on purpose. He wanted people to know.
That's the remake of The Crow, 2 stars. And
I
that's
said,
generous.
I said, hear me out. 3 stars. Bill Skarsgård, covered in blood.
Wow.
For one scene.
So that was enough.
Okay, so I gave it a 3.5.
Okay.
I said, hear me out, cake. Oh, I said came. I don't know why. Cake.
Well, it makes sense for this movie.
That's true. It was a pun. I meant to do that. Hear me out, cake. Jennifer Tilly and Tiffany at the same time.
Okay. If you into that.
Oh my god, she's a complete slut.
Hey, yeah, maybe. Favorite kill?
I'm gonna give it to the FX Tony Gardner.
Yeah, I think that's the best one for sure. I think the makeup for the chemical one was really well done, but I think the scene overall for the prop one or the head one, the head pop, is pretty great. I think that's a good one. And then daddy of the movie.
Who is your daddy?
What about Stan?
Oh, Stan.
Stan's good.
Yeah, Stan can get it, and I know he'll sacrifice himself if need to.
That's true. He's a hero.
Yeah, and he has an accent.
Does he?
Yeah, he's British.
Oh, I don't know why. I just. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I agree.
Like Jonathan Bale.
I'm gonna stop. I don't want to hear it stop. The only Jonathan that it should be in both of your lives is me right here.
But you're not Jonathan. You're Jonathan.
Oh shit. Oh wait, it was like that's the Puerto Rican. So are we doing the Roulette of Horror?
Oh, bitch! Pause for a second. I gotta add a couple movies on here.
God damn.
Okay.
What were you doing?
Did we get any comments?
You're getting right.
Did we
up.
get any comments?
Okay,
do that,
yes. I'm gonna do the comments.
I'm gonna put this down for a second. Can I turn it off?
No, you can just let it. Oh, actually, yeah, you can turn it off. Alrighty, so we do have some comments. There was one on YouTube that for some fucking reason my app doesn't let me read it. So wait, it's gonna be a little complicated. So if you're watching us on YouTube, you can go down to the comments. Just comment anything. We'll have a conversation with y'all in the comments, and I'll read it on the next episode. Let me go to it real quick. I remember this was a long comment. This is from PT Boy 18.
Oh, thank you.
You can say it out loud. They probably can hear it in the background.
That's true.
Not hung 12-inch with the clapping. This is from our last episode, the day 1 Quiet Place. The way I hollered, and Zaddy Carlos is your nickname, Butters.
It could be.
Because them legs are spread. Damn, that's a good one. Calmate cochina.
Oh.
But But I love that y'all mentioned that this is more of a character study about how death is a natural part of life, sometimes sooner or other, unfortunately, but it happens. Cancer has struck my family 3 times. Fuck cancer. I'm so sorry. That's fucking tough. Anywho, I kept wondering why they wrote anywho. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm like, my family died of cancer. Anywho. that was them. Anywho, I kept wondering why Eric was drowning in the water when Frodo found him, and apparently he was suicidal. Oh. That's a good way of putting it. I see. Already. There's a deleted scene where Eric explained he's gay, living in America alone, doing a job he hates, and not living up to his dad's expectations, which led him to feel lonely without a home.
Which is Frodo knew.
Wow.
Frodo, you a real hero for that.
Wow.
Because I knew I was attracted.
I didn't know you were gay.
Damn. So that that's a great one. You're getting that raise. That's actually pretty awesome. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
As a gay man who loves pizza, pussy, cat emoji, and puppies, this movie hits all the feels. I'm glad I found y'all's podcast. Keep up the spooky, sexy work. XOXO, kissy face. P.S. Whoever's doing the sound bites deserves a raise, because shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yes.
Dude, that's awesome.
Thank you so much for that comment.
Thank you so much. I'm trying my best out here.
Don't worry, we'll give her the raise.
I love you.
Aw. All right, so then we have one. We have, I think, 2. Yeah, we have 2 from A Quiet Place Day 1 on Spotify. So if you're on Spotify, you can leave a comment literally about anything. Yeah. And we appreciate it very much. This is from Space Cowboy. Great episode. Is that a Cowboy Bebop? Or is this just like a little reference?
Hi, Space Cowboy.
Great episode. And yes, y'all should definitely do a Patreon with a tier, of course, to cover specific movies us to fan requests. Oh, okay. I'm so down.
You see?
I already have a page. Is that I don't know if y'all want it.
Right.
I would love to do even movies that are not horror, maybe like chick flicks and stuff, like, and then commentate over it. Because the thing about, I would do commentary tracks, but when we used to do them, now we have ads on YouTube because YouTube puts out on everything now. It's not going to go along with you guys. But I think Patreon will have no ads, so you guys can put it on. Right. And that could be something that maybe we can do. Yeah. So I think that would be awesome. I would
we
be
can
down.
watch like White Chicks.
Yeah. Oh, that would be fun. White Chicks. He's all that.
Titanic.
No, that's 4 hours. Yeah, exactly. Fuck that shit. But I would totally be down. But thank you so much for the comment.
Thank you.
And this is our friend Boke.
Hello, Boke.
Again, from A Quiet Place Day 1. Thanks for the episode, guys. Really needed this energy with what's going on in the world. Stay safe. Yes. And then they said, I'm not sure if you got my info from the TikTok. We're in contact right now. For the tarot reading. Yeah. We just had to get together because I know this is always like a busy time of the month. But we'll definitely get in contact. Thank you so much for the comment.
Thank you.
Yeah, please stay safe out there for everyone. And on behalf of all women, I am so sorry for all the men.
Yes. I feel like I have to like be like super like, hey girl.
Yeah, fuck
to
it.
know that I'm on their team.
That's true.
Yeah.
Just be unapologetically yourself. That's it.
Oh, I mean, fuck always. It's just not my fault that.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Trust me, I'm a straight guy, and I have to double down everything.
I know. We're gonna have to start holding hands everywhere.
I'm okay. I'll hold you and my girlfriend's hand.
Gays.
Oh.
Gays. All right, so I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
So are we doing the roulette of horror?
Yeah. Sorry, I meant to have it ready before the show.
He was out here diddle-daddling doing nothing.
I was getting ready.
Wow.
Didn't take that long.
Bitch.
All right, so what did you add?
I added The Exorcism with Russell Crowe.
Oh.
And then I added Azrael, which is the one with
Samara Weaving.
Yes, and then Black Cab, which is new on Shudder. It is.
Bitch, I'm on. Shit. All right, you're getting written up. You're getting a double raise, and you're gonna get the raise that Carlos was supposed to get because you noticed. So what is that gonna be?
It won't land on there.
Let's see. If it doesn't, we'll come up on the spot right now.
It's not gonna land on there.
You have to say a name real quick.
I got one.
I got one. Bitch. Whoa! Damn.
Hayden, this boy is a Hayden ass bitch.
Okay. Fuck. Let me see. No, I don't have I wasn't expecting it to be on me. Because I kind of want to do like an older movie that I haven't seen before. But at the same time, I kind of want to cover movies that are new, that we haven't seen. And I kind of want to go to theaters. But I don't know if it'll be there by next weekend. I want to watch The Substance. Like, I kind of really want to. But I think it won't be in theaters. Yeah. Let me see. There's also Terrifier 3, which I'm totally down to do. Yeah, Substance is already gone. At least from Cinemark. Yeah.
Well, we can talk.
That's true.
After the show.
Okay. But okay, if we're not gonna do a newer movie, I'd be down to do Get Out.
Okay.
We haven't done Get Out.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
If you want to.
So I have it too, so we don't have to do it.
Okay.
So yeah. If not, and Us.
We did Us?
Yeah. Oh no, we watched it. No, we haven't. We watched it together.
Yeah, we just did Nope.
Yeah, so we did Nope, and then we haven't done Us. So we'll watch Get Out. I love that movie. If by any chance everything works out and we can do a newer movie, then I'll be down to do that, and then Get Out could be another episode.
Yes.
So that's the plan for right now. I wasn't expecting. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it chose me.
It chose me. Wow,
thank you.
Alrighty, so I think that's it, right?
I think so.
Alrighty, well, anyways, thank you so much for watching and listening. You can go down below. We have our merchandise. We have our social media. So if you want to follow us there, we use Instagram. We don't involve ourselves with X. But if you want to follow us there, you can as well. But X is useless.
And thank you for coming with us.
Yeah, of course.
On this seed episode.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Because you're a good boy or a good girl.
Okay. All right, guys.
You better stay tuned because we got shit coming.
Yeah, we sure do. Like, as above, so below, in the middle. You'll know the joke when you see it. All right. Thank you so much. And remember,
stay spooky, stay sexy, and stay safe out there.
And see you in your dreams.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Horror Daddies.